Put simply, the quality of your entire life depends on the quality of the questions you ask and how consistently you ask them. Questions are like magic keys that unlock powerful answers. And that's exactly what you lack in your life. The reason you're lost, depressed, unfulfilled, struggling, sabotaging yourself, fearful, insecure, and all the other problems that you have is because you lack the answers. You lack the understanding. And of course, that's because you're not asking the right questions. And this is a very simple thing, a very simple technique here. And I just want to take this episode to cement in your mind the importance of this very basic technique. And in fact, if you want to just get into self-help and personal development, this is a very good place to start, is right here, because this is extremely practical and this just applies to total newbies. But at the same time, this is a technique that you'll want to refine and hone over the years to get to very advanced levels. So sorting out your life requires asking great questions, which is a rare skill. It's not a terribly complicated skill to learn. It's not a terribly difficult skill to learn. It's just actually so simple and so basic that most people ignore it and neglect to do it consistently. And so they're losing a lot of potential growth that they could otherwise get. So here's a key insight for you. The answers to life are inside of you, not outside, the way most people think. But it doesn't occur to you to ask and to look inside. And because you don't ask, you never receive. So I'm talking about answers like how to be successful, or how to follow your life purpose and how to actualize it and take it to the next level. Answers to how to fix any kind of emotional problems that you have, any health problems. Answers about how to practice spirituality better, how to meditate better, how to fix your relationships, how to fix your money problems. These kinds of answers. And all you need to do to get these answers is really to question more seriously, more deeply. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do here today. Now, an important warning, though, is that when I tell you that the answers are inside of you, don't misunderstand me. This doesn't mean that now you don't need to read or watch videos or learn from great masters and teachers and gurus. It's still very important to study external sources. You study that because that gives you the raw data, the raw knowledge, sort of grist for the mill. But then what you do is you turn inwards, and you think for yourself. And then you deeply question all the stuff that you read and learned and heard about, whether it's for me or for anybody else. And then you develop your own answers that are unique to you and that are true to what you need in your life right now. And of course, this is what's so critical about personal development and about spirituality, is that you need to craft a custom path for you that only works for you in your situation, given your strengths, given your weaknesses, given your cultural background, given your abilities, given your interests and passions. And that's different for everybody. So just remember, anytime, because you're going to be stuck in your life many times. You're going to be stuck in business with financial problems. You're going to be stuck in relationships or with spiritual issues. Just remember that whatever problem you have, you can find the answer within yourself if you ask the right questions. Hell, you can even Google your questions and find answers. And in fact, Google is a very powerful tool that a lot of people just completely ignore. Google could change your whole life if you ask it the right questions. And that's actually a whole separate topic that I'll shoot an episode on in the future, is how to use Google to transform your whole life. You certainly could. And most people don't. Most people use Google for all the wrong things in all the wrong ways, searching for all the stupid stuff which reinforces their all of their existing problems. See? Google is an amazing tool, and we live in an amazing time right now where you have so much information and knowledge at your fingertips. But the problem is that it's too much, it's overwhelming. So how do you filter it down to something you can use? Well, again, asking high quality questions. And it's also important that your questions are well worded, that they're precise, that they're accurate. A well-worded question is like an instruction that is sent to universal mind. So if you think about Google, Google is like this hive computer mind that stores basically the entire internet in its index. And you can ask it questions and it'll return queries within seconds. Well, you can do the same thing using your own mind. You can ask your subconscious mind, which is connected to universal mind, universal intelligence, which is running this entire show and running your whole life. So it's sort of like you can Google your own mind, universal mind that you're constantly connected to, but that you take completely for granted and that you don't utilize. It's like you've been connected to this universal database, hyper-intuitive supercomputer, and you don't query it. You see, that's the problem.